Well, another week has passed in the life of the universe, and things are unfolding exactly as they shouldn't, but we've got to live here for a while, so we might as well just hang out and have a good time, right? I'm sorry, I've been such a downer lately, and it's time for a bit of levity, a bit of excitement and humor and some adventure and all that stuff that we're so missing in all our lives. At least I'm missing in my life, so I'm trying to do something about it. What am I trying to do about it? Well, I'm trying to look on the internet for happy stories. And I search and I search and I search, and all I find are weird conspiracy theories. Yes, Twitter today had one of the trending topics was vaccine genocide. People are dropping dead because they've had a vaccine. Even worse, 2, or like myself, 3, and I'm still here. I guess I'm one of those walking dead that they keep talking about Bill Gates has created, right? Twitter has gotten so right wing, like in the focus and everything, and it's just, I don't believe in censorship. I really don't. But when the lunatics take over the asylum, it's time to leave the asylum for another asylum. And that way you can feel more at home in your own particular asylum. Do you notice that people lately, nobody just has an opinion that you talk about casually, like nothing really, nothing earth-shattering or anything, just an opinion about anything. Any world events, anything that's happening in the labor movement or anything like that. And they don't disagree anymore. They hate you. They hate everything about you. They despise. What is it about the internet that has made people so argumentative and so pissed off with one another and just constant tribalism? No sympathy for the other person, no matter what, because they're part of the wrong tribe. And we've all been guilty of it a little bit, probably. You're not thrilled when ignoramuses parade across the internet and they don't realize they're even ignoramuses and they're too stupid to know they're stupid, and they put all this shit out there, this bunch of garbage. I hate them. David Crosby died. 81 years old. It was a shock. To who? People die every day. Oh, it must have been after he got vaccinated that he died. Just dropped dead, because everybody that dies nowadays, it's from their vaccine. Anybody that's had a vaccine and dies, no matter what it's from the vaccine. But I don't want to talk about all bad news, because some good news happens. What good news? Well, in Campbell's Creek, West Virginia, the beloved hot dog statue has been returned. Now, this hot dog was not an ordinary hot dog. It was like 6 feet tall, and it was pouring ketchup on its head, and it had mustard in its hand. And man, I saw something just like that years ago when I was on acid. I swear it did a dance across my table. But anyway, it's been returned safely and unharmed. Dairy Winkle. That's an interesting name for a hot dog place. Dairy Winkle. The hot dogs wink at you too, I think. Yeah, but anyway, the hot dog Mr. Wiener has been safely returned to its home, where it is much beloved and appreciated by the patrons of the Dairy Winkle, no doubt. Police have no suspects, but I hear they're working really hard on it, solving the case. Yes, Davos, Switzerland, where nobody can get at these slime balls that are running the world. Oh, they're running the world. Oh no, that's just a conspiracy. The rich don't really control the world. That's all in your head. You just made it up. At least that according to the mainstream news. So don't worry about that. The rich are not controlling the entire world. Are they? That would be terrible, frightening. Imagine the damage they would do. Oh, wait, they're already doing it. Yeah, what are you going to do? So Davos in Switzerland, what a wonderful place for them to all gather and eat some special food and kiss each other's asses. And of course, the head speaker to address climate change is the head of one of the largest oil companies in the world. Well, we just do that because who knows more about global warming than oil companies? They've known about it since the 70s. It's been proven. Oh, their science was right on the money, but they went and buried that damn quickly, didn't they? Well, sure, we're going to wreck the world. We're going to destroy everything. We're going to eliminate life on this planet, but we're making money, so that justifies it, because everybody knows that God rains down money on those who he shows favor to. Right? Right. Okay. Speaking of which, Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin arrived in Davos, and she was wearing her fuzzy thing, this fuzzy vest that she thinks looks good. Well, she thinks a lot of things look good. She thinks being a fascist multi-millionaire looks good on her. It looks ugly. There's nothing makes a woman look uglier than corruption. So just bear that in mind the next time you're trying to look hot or cute, Kirsten. It's not working.
The loon is also called the Great Northern Diver.
Things are not at all well in the land of the beaver and maple syrup and Tim Hortons. They're the crappy fast food donut chain that claims to have good coffee but it tastes like, yeah. Flatulent Ford has been at it again, lining his pockets and screwing the people of Ontario, Canada's largest province. His latest shenanigans involve privatizing Canada's healthcare system. That's just what he does for his Tory donors, because he is a magnanimous man who is just out there, and you can tell by his gait and his demeanor that he doesn't really overdo much of anything, especially exercise, I would imagine, but I don't want to go there. I'm getting personal now. So what he has done is taken our healthcare dollars that are provincially run, but they get block grants from Ottawa, the provincial governments. So he's been quietly stashing away billions and billions and starving our medical system so that now he can spend that money on private clinics run by conservative donors. Now this is on top of already cutting into Toronto's green belt and various crap that this guy keeps pulling. I don't know if Canada will ever be the same, or if it's spreading from the US, all this crazy right-wing nonsense that's just flying around like you gotta dodge it because it sticks to you, it gets on you, it's filthy, you gotta wash your clothes afterwards, it's disgusting. So rather than deal with this, most Canadians do what Canadians do. Absolutely nothing. They shrug and they go back to their shitty jobs and their shitty little towns and complain. So that's what I'm doing. I'm staying in my shitty little town and complaining. There are labor unions that are outraged by this, and hopefully they will be able to stir up enough crap to put an end to this. But unlike the US, there's no mechanism here for recalling a politician that's doing a horrible job. So this guy is just tearing the place apart and ruining everything and defecating all over everything, and it's just, oh man, it's just gross. So that's what's happening in Canada. So thank you for listening to this week's Beaver Report. I think I might call it the Maple Leaf Beaver Report instead of just the Beaver Report. Anyway, that's all I've got this week. I would like you to leave your comments as usual. As usual, I will attempt to answer them all, and usually I'm pretty good at it. And I'd like to say hello to all of you that have loyally stuck with Vegematic, because the world needs masochists. It does. And thank you for being a masochist and sticking with the Vegematic Deluxe channel. I still can't get used to seeing Vegematic Deluxe. It just doesn't flow off the tongue as easily, and plus you've got the letters, and people call it the VD show, so it's, I don't know, but I'm doing it because, hey, I've got to call myself something, and I've got to compete with all those billions of videos on YouTube that get thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and they're crap. They're garbage. So I thought I'd produce superior garbage on the Vegematic Show. So thank you for watching the Vegematic Show, and I will hopefully see you next week on Saturday, and everything is just gonna be groovy. You remember groovy.